Hey, welcome to the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast with me, Iona Meade at the Soul Legacy TV, Spiritual Business Success with Iona. So today is Contribution Freedom Monday, although if you watch like now live, it's not really Monday, it's actually Friday. And I've got a few podcast episodes to catch up with, but it's all good. So Contribution Freedom Monday, we talk about life purpose-led business for spiritual entrepreneurs. And the entrepreneurs that I tend to attract are not really always clear about what their purpose is and finding their life purpose. And the way that I support you in doing that is creating a spiritual business vision board so that you can get clear and you can find your purpose and lead with your purpose in your business. And it's just, and that life purpose led business is a way for you to really connect with your soul calling. And it feels amazing. So this is what we're going to talk about today. So if you are new to the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast, we're going to raise our vibration in terms of along the way of how you want to contribute in the world, how you want to. I believe that our purpose finds us as well as us finding our purpose. It's not something that we just go out there and we seek. Like today, I'm going to find my purpose. It doesn't feel like that for me. What I teach as spiritual business success is serving, showing up, speaking out, and serving deep, and serving from where you are. And that for me is how we find our purpose, right? So on this YouTube podcast, every single day I show up live, but every single Monday we come back to leading a life purpose-led business and how you find your purpose and what your purpose is and how you can actually share your gifts and serve your purpose in the world in a much bigger way. Like, I'm sure that you have this big vision and mission, and that's why you're seeking. And whatever it is that you feel like is missing from your life or from your soul work, then know that this is going to be a safe space for you to come back every single Monday and let me know how you are doing on this journey. And so I support light workers and service-based business owners and spiritual entrepreneurs to lead a life purpose-led business and to share their gifts in ways that serve one to many. So for me, I don't believe that when we find our purpose, that it's just for us to trade. Sorry, I've got a hair in my eye. Trade time for money. I don't believe that. I believe that when we are truly in alignment with our purpose and we found our purpose and we go through that process, it is about meeting our soul clients where we are and then shifting to elevate to actually create a movement around the purpose that we are wanting to seek, right? And so when we find it, we're able to say, oh, I can serve in a much bigger way and I can serve hundreds, thousands, even millions of people. And one of the ways that we do that, or I do that and I teach to do that, is to do it one to many, and that's through video. And it happens to be through a YouTube podcast. I know that many of you want to start a podcast, want to start a YouTube channel, and want to go on retreat, want to do courses, want to do masterclasses and webinars and challenges and all the things, and write books and all the things, and go out and get featured and be positioned in the world. And it can be a bit of a challenge to know how to package up your purpose once you find your purpose. It can be a challenge to package it up into a business and then serve online. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So on the Seven Freedoms Frequency YouTube podcast for spiritual entrepreneurs, every single Monday we come back and we rate our vibrational frequency, because along the way to finding your purpose, you want to be, once you go through that awakening, you want to be elevating your vibration. Sometimes we retreat behind closed doors in seeking our purpose and finding our purpose, and our purpose is not to be found behind closed doors. It's actually out there in service. I've got like a clicking somewhere. I can hear like a clicking. I don't know if it's my nose or and so it's a beautiful process anyway. So we rate our vibration. We want to raise our vibrational frequency. We want to journal. We want to visualize. I've got a vision board challenge which I'll share with you. We're going to share the vision board challenge and share how journaling your way through this whole process to finding your purpose is really helpful, because we look back and oftentimes we come full circle with the idea and the soul calling that we had in the first place of the way that we want to contribute. But sometimes when we're on that road to finding our purpose, we're up leveling ourselves and growing. And so I literally, something feels a bit weird. We're up leveling in ourselves. So we come back, we grow, we come back full circle. And then it's like, oh, this was it all along, right? So I love that journey. And when we journal it, when we visualize, when we take soul inspired action, when we set our intentions, when we read books to support us or invest in online courses or whatever that is, it's just an amazing process. I absolutely love it. So that is what we're going to do today. I'm going to pull a card for today because I love to do that. I love to do that as part of raising our vibration and just knowing that we're on our spiritual path, right? Oftentimes I'll read a book for the day, like a theme, and I have or listen to a book because books fuel me. I'm an author and I just love books, and I do believe that books transform lives, and I support my students in writing their own books, right? But it was on Monday that I listened to it, and it's Contribution Freedom Monday, like pretend. Hey, welcome. Let me know where you're watching from in the world. So we're talking about life purpose and finding your life purpose. Let me know what you believe your life purpose is, right? And I say what you believe your life purpose is because I think that we're always just evolving. Yeah, so I listened to a book, but it was on Monday. And if I can remember towards the end, I'll share some of the nuggets that I listened to or that I got from the book when I remember what book it was that I listened to. I mixed it up this week to the books that I listened to for the themes of the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast. But every single day I will listen to or read a book. I love it. And I listen to a book that is going to move me forward in this particular area of the Seven Freedoms Frequency. But I will pull a card for today. It's from the Keepers of the Light. And I did just pull it, and I pulled it for us. It's for me and it's for you. And it's called Charity. And it says, prayer and contemplation, connect with heaven, ask and you shall receive. So if you are asking of late, especially like wrapping up 2023 and we want to move into 2024, and you're like, what is my purpose? Am I ever going to find my purpose? Like, I know my purpose is hard. Like, or if you're thinking of any of those things, and how can you set up a spiritual business, or like what is it that you're really passionate about? Maybe you kind of like thought that you found what your purpose was, and then you're like, I don't think that's it. For 2024, and whenever you're listening to this, know that you're here for a reason. And when you ask what it is, journal it out, and it will come to you. The next step will come to you. So, and I'm going to talk about how I contribute in the world in a second. So, the about is faith, hope, and charity are the trinity of archangels who are dedicated to helping us regain our natural traits of kindness, trust and faith in the highest good. Charity is the twin flame of Archangel Chamuel. She has a great spirit that encourages us to undertake spiritual practices of prayer and meditation. Prayer is the way we speak with the divine, and meditation is the way we open ourselves to receive the answers we need to hear. And I always say this, I'm like, one, I don't pray, and two, I don't meditate. Although I get into those states and I kind of look up and ask, and I do receive. And my purpose, now that I've found my purpose, I know what I'm doing. Like, gosh, I love it. That is a meditative state for me. It really is. It's not that I can't I can't speak to the divine. Do you know what I mean? I do that, but I found a different way to do it. Okay, hang on. Those answers we need to hear. Charity is also the angel who kisses the forehead of all those who pray in support of others. I send prayers. She absolutely loves to see the kindness because it creates an inspirational healing wave of goodwill in the world. And you know what? I'm learning that even more, that kindness. I'm a Leo, so I can be quite fiery and defensive sometimes, and over the years. And now I'm in a space which is not perfection. Don't get it twisted. It's not what I'm saying. But I'm realizing, and even more so being the age of 50, finding my life purpose. And if you're 50 and you're finding your life purpose, or you want to find your life purpose, right? Whatever age you are, um, for me, it was living in alignment with my values and bringing that in. I think that when we get in alignment with our values, we don't sway, and are finding our purpose. And we can have a purpose that means whatever it means to ourselves. But for me, finding my purpose in terms of business and how I wanted to contribute in the world, I wanted to contribute in a way that was in alignment with my values. And I call that intentional living and setting our soul intentions. And this is me doing that every single day. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit more. But my values and the kindness, I'm just realizing, even over this last few days, just how far kindness goes. For real, for real, for real. And knowing, being on the receiving end of unkindness, if that's a word, is not a nice, it's not nice. It's not a nice feeling. And I want to lead with that kindness even more in 2024. And I think that there are a lot of people out in the world that we've been burnt by. And I say that kind of lightly, but like, when people lash out, or people are not kind, or because of their defensive, or because they've got whatever going on, or they're just going on their journey, and it's okay. But what I've learned is to lead with that kindness. And again, I'm not perfect. Welcome. Let me know where you're watching from in the world. And I've learned to, in the path of finding my purpose and building my business around that, and in exchange and the energy exchange between two people. Because if you're gonna seek to find your purpose and live into your purpose and lead that in your business, and your spiritual business as a spiritual entrepreneur, as a light worker, know that you're going to need to be kind to those that you are serving. And I give tough love. Like, I'm not talking wishy-washy kind. Like, I'm just talking, I give tough love, but it still is with kindness, and it still is with love. And then I've got this fiery, like, dude. And I'm like, because I can shoot somebody down with my words, and I can be street. But I'm learning, and I've learned to, if I'm going to speak back, I'm going to speak back in a way that I'm very firm and very clear and in alignment with my own values, but do it in the kindest way possible. It might not always be as kind as I'd like, but is the kindest way possible. So I love that. Extended message: the powerful archangel Charity is drawing close to you at this time because she has recognized that you have goodness in your heart. Yes, of course we do. And you put others first. Listen, this whole putting other people first completely before yourself is not like always cool, right? So we've got to get a balance for that, because yes. You are being guided to take the time to breathe and receive. Yes, can I get an amen? And I've done that over the last few days. Yes, because part of me finding my purpose and leaning into this whole journey on the path to finding my purpose, I would say, and leading a purpose-driven life and business, is relationships, and a soulmate relationship, and a relationship with a romantic and a significant other, aka my husband. And in being on that journey, I know that I'm here to bring that element to the spiritual community for those who are finding their purpose, because oftentimes it's true for me, and I've seen it. I'm not saying it's true for everyone. Oftentimes we grow apart when we're on this early spiritual journey. We grow apart from a lot of the people that are around us, right? And we go through those spiritual awakenings down of the soul. And not everybody gets us, and not even our spouse always gets us. That's what happened for me 3 times in my 3 significant relationships: my husband, my soulmate, and my twin flame. And the catalyst of the twin flame, that was shorter, but the 3 long-term significant relationships, the catalyst for the twin flame was still significant, but very short term and very a blast, like a, you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, yeah. Breathe and receive. So that's what I've been doing over the last few days. I'm like, actually, I'm on this journey and I'm on the dating. I'll talk about it on Relationship Freedom Friday, which is actually today. But it's breathing and receiving and not forcing is massive, because I know that I'm here to bring that, but I want to choose wisely. I would say. Okay. She brings you thanks and support. Move into prayer and meditation with regard to any decisions you have to make at this time. You are being guided to take the time to breathe and receive. Know that you will have a real surge of intuition when it's time to move forward. Thank the angels for guiding you towards your highest good, and welcome Charity into the space with you. I love that. That's beautiful. Excuse me, I'm going to just have a sip of water. That was me actually drinking water, which actually goes over seconds and it feels like a lifetime, right, when you're listening. So that's the card for today. What book did I listen to? And do you know what? It's on my phone. For contribution freedom, what did I listen to? Lightworkers. Did I listen to Lightworkers this week? I think I did. For contribution, I did. I listened to Lightworkers talking about light work and contributing in the world. And as we're on this pathway to finding our purpose as a light worker, and I made a post today earlier on my Facebook profile talking about light work and doing our light work and doing our light work for free. When we're finding our purpose, we might serve to a degree for fee, but for free, but freedom is not free. Do you know what I mean? There's no freedom in free. We want to get to the point where we're doing our paid work. And on my journey to finding my purpose personally, on my journey as I've played it out publicly, there's a lot of things that have happened, and I've noticed, and I was having a conversation with one of my co-authors, who was a previous co-author and has come back into my life, divinely guided, absolutely. Really appreciate that. And that's the level of contribution, right, that I'm able to make. So I really appreciate it, because when I was in the midst of building this framework that I have now for the 7 freedoms, and intentional living is part of me finding my purpose and sharing it and sharing my gifts, right? There's been so many epic failures along the way, and there's a lot of you who I've had the blessing and been fortunate to speak with, connect with. A lot of us, you know, I'm not there now, but I was. In terms of the fear, and there's are things that still scare me, like public speaking. I'm a test myself, you know. It's not like when we are up leveling in, when we're finding our purpose and truly what we're here to serve, that we never ever feel fear. I don't feel fear around it now because I'm not doing it, but I know at the time I will. But I don't feel fear in my body, and so I know that there's a lot of you who do feel a sense of fear around fulfilling your purpose, never mind finding it. It's like, okay, I found it, now what am I going to do, like, in fulfilling it? And that, I mean, by that I mean showing up, speaking out, and serving deep. And as we want to contribute in the world as we find our purpose, because our purpose never really goes away. A lot of us, a lot of you, a lot of us, I will say, along our journey to discovering what our purpose is, find it a challenge to own what we're great at, and own the path that we've taken, because we've probably had failures or people have judged or what have you. But that very same path of failure is the road to success, right? I talk about spiritual business success for the 7 Freedoms Frequency podcast, in that finding our purpose and elevating and contributing in the world as light workers, as service-based business owners, as spiritual entrepreneurs. Your purpose is at a certain frequency, and it's at a frequency of service, I believe. And so when we are willing to serve from where we are, the exact point of where we are, give back, then it becomes clearer and clearer and clearer that we actually can serve. We actually are in the midst of, we can only serve from where we are. We can't serve from in a year from now. Well, we can just we can serve from now rather than waiting, is what I want to say, because that fear that holds us back is the same fear that has held others back. But we will have gone through certain things and done certain things to contribute, where we can contribute, the things that we've gone through. So through my spiritual awakening in that journey, I was journaling and I was visualizing, right? And I was healing. And through the contribution that I'm here to make is through books, and it's through YouTube, and it's through courses, and it's through blah, 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 blah. But it's not the course or the YouTube channel or the YouTube video or the book. It's me on the journey of finding my purpose and living into that, and serving is what I then share. So contribution isn't about the healing modality. It isn't about it's a course. It's about, for me anyway, is connecting to what it is that I've learned to get me out of that dark night of the soul and the processes and the systems, and then conveying that and translating that. So I was having a conversation on the DMs of like us having that challenge of translating what we now know, because we've ascended so far, gone on and used our spiritual ascension tools, and it's like, now where do I start in actually speaking back to that? And as I say, aligning our movement, our message, and our money. How do we do that? What is our messaging when we've come so far? But when we realize that we've come so far, we can speak into our purpose. We can speak into the people that we're here to serve from where we are. We know a lot more than what we give ourselves credit for. And I talk about it in my book, Spiritual YouTubers from Scratch. Hey, welcome. Let me know where you're watching from. Spiritual YouTubers from Scratch, a soul-guided influencers compass to leverage your light work and lifestyle on YouTube. If you are not sure how you're here to contribute, obviously I do recommend my book, but I also recommend the 5-day challenge, the self-study course that comes with it. And so it's a $55 course. You can purchase the book on Amazon, on Kindle Unlimited, on Kindle or paperback. And so I know that many of you are like, I want to read rather than looking at the screen. So I've got the paperback. I will do the Audible version as well. But when you're looking and trying to find your purpose and create a business around it, what I suggest is to really take stock in the journey of where you've been, and then look out in the marketplace and see what other people have done. And I've just literally done this on the DMs. I'm about to get on more sessions for the Bank 50K 50 Days Challenge, which I'll talk about as my contribution. And me, I found my purpose, because my purpose was, okay, well, how do I find my life purpose and get paid in the process? This is me manifesting more life work balance and on my vision board and writing my book and doing all those things, but also getting paid in the process. And again, like I said, there's no freedom in free, giving our services away for free. And I wanted to be in vibrational frequency, in harmony with the vision on my vision board, and that's what I've done. And so in the book, I talk about contributing and financial freedom. And when we are clear along the journey, you don't have to know all of the finding our purpose. It's a matter of serving from where we are and then receiving financial freedom for that, but looking out in the marketplace of what is out there and where we fit in. And I think that sometimes it's like, oh, we think that we're going to find our purpose in our head, and it's not. So this YouTube podcast for spiritual entrepreneurs and service-based business owners and light workers is here to support you in not only when you're doing the business stuff and the research and all those things and the practical things, but to also encourage you every single day to just keep going, because it's not easy. I know it's not easy, but when we think of our bigger picture, and again, our vision board, and I'll talk about that, this is a way that I feel to contribute. This is the way that I'm living into my purpose, and I love it. Leading a life purpose-led business when you are someone who's driven as a driven entrepreneur and you're very determined to get out there, there's so many things that we could do. And I teach to put them under one umbrella and serve from that space. So what I like to do is check in with the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast and say, how are you feeling? How are you feeling about your level of service? How are you feeling about your level of contribution when you look back on this Monday to last Monday, although it's not Monday, like when you look back from Monday to Monday, what have you been doing to contribute? How have you been contributing? And how do you feel about it? So when we think of contribution in terms of spiritual business success, and we think of it not in isolation, but in alignment with the Seven Freedoms Frequency, what I call the intentional living codes, I have an acronym to represent the Seven Freedoms. That's my contribution again in the world. And that acronym is Cheers to Financial Freedom, and the frequency of that. So today's Contribution Freedom Frequency Monday. So the C is for Contribution Freedom Frequency. The H in Cheers is for Health Freedom Frequency. The E is Emotional Freedom Frequency. The other E is Environmental Freedom Frequency. The R is a Relationship Freedom Frequency. The S is Spiritual Freedom Frequency. And the F is Financial Freedom Frequency. And the reason why I put the freedom is because I have a vision with my contribution in the world to have you be in alignment with your vision, but me first. And then have you be in alignment with your values, but me first. Have you be in alignment with your vibration, but me first. I wanted to be rise and reside at that Cheers to Financial Freedom frequency, but I knew it had to start with me first. And I knew then one person at a time, one person at a time. Even though I serve one to many, it's still one person at a time, one person at a time. So I built this system to do that. So when we think of our contribution in terms of all of what I call these are intentional living codes, when we think of our health and how we're contributing, or how our health is impacted by what we're doing to contribute in the world. And if we're not doing that in a service-based business and we haven't found our purpose, we're still finding our purpose and finding our feet, then and we're working a soul-sucking day job, and I'm not saying that in a bad way, it just feels soul-sucking and draining to us as empaths, light workers, working for somebody else, whether it's night, side hustle, whatever. How is that contribution impacting our health and vice versa? If we've got niggles for our health, like, can we contribute in the way that we really want to? When you think of our emotions, like, again, how you feel and how is that pushing and pulling you, especially when you're operating from the emotions of fear around your purpose, like fear or not feeling worthy, not fear of failure, fear of success, and fear of selling. It kind of isn't the best place to serve from. And that's okay if you're there. We journal and we do this vibrationally. We visualize and we set into ourselves intentions throughout this podcast, and we raise our vibration. So we think of contribution in terms of our environment, where we want to contribute, right? And how we can contribute and be in service in the world, and finding my purpose and living into my purpose and having a spiritual business around that as a spiritual entrepreneur. In fact, as a spiritual digital nomad, being able to be in environments all around the world is what is on my vision board. So I needed to find a way to travel while I teach, and I talk about that on Environmental Freedom Thursdays. Think of the places that you want to contribute. For me, it was YouTube and Amazon, and in my online teaching portal, on the socials, just to get my message out there, but not being glued to the social. When we think of contribution in terms of our relationships, we're going to build so many relationships, especially when we know that we're here to be in service of the world. And I say show up, speak out, and serve deep. And if we're showing up, speaking out, and serving deep on the way to finding our purpose, or if we found our purpose, then that means that there's other people, their purpose and our purpose merge in those relationships with Soul Family. And I had a beautiful conversation yesterday and today on the DMs with a soul sister and Soul Family, and literally is like, oh my gosh, we've come back into each other's world, and I won't get emotional. And she said, I'm so happy to have you in my Soul Family. And I'm like, because I set the intention to call in, as part of my contribution, to call in my Soul Family, and to have people that are in your world along the way to finding your purpose, because she helped me find my purpose as a original co-author. And for those of you who don't know, my part of my contribution, I collapsed my co-author book series, and I was like, I can't do it in this way. I have to find a new way. And I was finding my purpose, but I was finding a framework to put my purpose in, right? And so she's come back, and I'm like, wow. And to be able to contribute in the way where she's fully ready is just, and it's not even just her, you know, it's family. And when I was on that journey of finding my purpose as a co-author, I was in twin flame union and that relationship, and it helped me to be where I'm at now. And I knew that I was there to help couples as well. That was part of it. So when I say I'm dating, and I'm, you know, I'm dating for my husband, to manifest my husband, I couldn't see my twin flame is now married. Like, I'm really super happy and stoked, because I knew that I didn't see marriage. And I just caught my eye on this book. It's called The 7 Principles for Making Marriage Work. And I bought us each a copy of this. And he left it on the bedside cabinet. And I was like, that's when I know this is like, marriage takes work, right? And I can't see somebody who's not willing to do the work with me is not, you're not in it, you're not invested. That's like, and I didn't know at the time that twin flames don't always stay together, and most likely that isn't always their purpose. And I was like, oh, why didn't somebody tell me? I was like, I'm in twin flame union and all the things. And I'm like, oh, it's not that. So it can go either way, but yeah. And so I knew in finding my purpose, he had to be along the journey with me. And I was talking about that as well to my co-author, because she was there seeing that journey. A lot of married couples were coming my way because my work was impacting their wives, and they were like, what is going on with my wife? What are you doing to my wife? And I'm like, yes, I'm here, and I'm single, right? And I'm dating. And I think that part of me finding my purpose as well, like as that journey for my husband, my ex-husband, going through the divorce and then going through a 7-year soulmate relationship, which was quite toxic, really, in all honesty. If you heard that, you'd be like, what are you trying to say? But it was emotionally, and then going through my twin flame union. I know that relationships are a part of that. And so marriage was a big part. So relationships and impacting and having that soul sister come back, and knowing that it's a family thing as well. It's not just singles, it's not just single women, that I'm here to help and impact and support. And I'm really excited about that. So I think being single again and showing actually what I did to manifest my twin flame and how I'm going to manifest my husband. I'm manifesting my husband, is part of me finding my purpose and part of me sharing that journey, because it's lit. That's relationships. Part of, again, being in line with my values for my contribution is having all of the relationships around me. All right. So, okay, what's next? A spiritual freedom and contribution. I just believe finding your purpose is finding your purpose. It's like, your purpose isn't necessarily, we make it tangible, but it's that soul calling, right? It's the most spiritual thing that our souls are here to express, right? I love it. I'm just having a drink of water, sorry. And then financial freedom, you know, sometimes again, my big divine intervention was how to fulfill your life purpose and get paid, and in the process. And now I have this framework, which is, oh, my daughter says, love you too, beautiful. She's messaging me. My soul daughter messaged me as well. And again, my purpose and leaving a legacy, right? For my daughter and my granddaughter and my soul daughter and my family is like, okay, if I'm going to spend all this time living into this purpose and seeking and finding my purpose, then I'm gonna get paid for it. And I've created a way. And again, part of that is writing books, right? And journaling, and all the things, and selling courses and doing retreats and all the things. But I didn't want to ever outprice anyone. I wanted to make sure that something was affordable. And again, the people that I'm here to serve, you, believe that too. That's their value. It's like, nah, because we've all been outpriced. Like, we all need this thing. And this guru is like, it's $20,000, it's $50,000. And you're like, I've got £5 in my bank account. Like, what the heck? So that financial freedom is built in a way that feels really good. And I've gone through so much in the journey to finding my purpose and contributing in business so that I can sit here and say, hey, when you purchase the book, even if it's on Kindle Unlimited, which please purchase the paperback so we can do unboxings and tag me. That'd be amazing. I know a lot of my audience are actual readers, like get the paperback. I'm so happy that I have got the paperback. So I'm like, Kindle's it, but Kindle is not it. Kindle, you can do all the links. And I often have books in Kindle and books in paperback, but I want to travel and I know I can't like carry all of the paperbacks around. And one of my soul sisters posted, and thank you for this, she posted on her Facebook profile, like she'd love a camper van. I don't want to drive it though. I want my dude to drive it. I want my husband to drive it and do all the stuff. Oh no, just not that. And on top of this camper van with just piles and piles and piles of books. And it's like, I want a camper van, but I'd look like that, like literally a library on top of the camper van, because just books are a life. And that visual was like so on point for me. So contributing and finding our purpose, how do you feel? Right? How do you feel? We rate between a 1 and 11. And so the way that we rate is I say, are we in soul funk or soul flow around our purpose? And sometimes it's like, in the trenches, but that's okay. You can find your purpose and you will up level, and it's your purpose. So it is going to come to you. The next thing is visualizing when you're finding your purpose. Somebody's saying, congratulations, thank you. Congratulations to me publishing the paperback and get my first book sale, right? And many of you have bought it since. I'm like, yes. So my co-author bought it yesterday. I'm like, oh, it's like a slap in the face every time somebody buys it. I'm like, oh, like, wow, I'm just so honored. I cannot wait for the reviews and see what people think. And thank you. Can't on my post. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, so the vision board. I've got a vision board challenge, which is a spiritual vision board challenge. I had a vision board party, and I will have a vision board party every single year annually on the second week in December, Monday to Sunday. And so we're closing out 2023 now, but you can still go through that. You can still come to the group, the Spiritual Business Vision Board Bank 50K in 50 Days Challenge with me, Iona Meade, on Facebook. So the link will be in the cards and in the show notes. I will see you over there. Come and do the vision board. Everybody who actually does it, not everybody who does it, everybody does it says, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And the lady who bought, the soul sister, soul client who bought the book, we had one of the sessions that I'm offering, a Bank 50K in 50 days, one-on-one for now, as I do my own 50 days. But as I do my masterclass for Banking 50K in 50 days, I will offer a free chapter group coaching VIP day, which will be the same as the Bank 50K in 50 days one-on-one session. And so the group members right now are being offered that session. I may even keep that on and have team do it, but I won't do it. I'm not sure. I don't really resonate with that model, but people have loved it. People have loved it, and I can't spend like 90 minutes, 2 hours with everyone. That's not the one, but I'll see. I will see. But right now, that is where I'm at with the one-on-one. So if you come in and it's still in the group questions, you can sign up, drop me your email or my assistant your email, and we will get you on the online, get you the link to my online calendar, or whether it's for the one-on-one or the group, right? And so I love that. I do love contributing and in finding my purpose, that's where I was serving. And you do need to serve one-on-one before you transition to serving to group, but I don't do long one-on-ones. It's just like a breakthrough session straight into group. So it's not that I work one-on-one unless I'm timing my time. So the sessions, again, in finding my purpose, I wanted to find a way that it felt really good. So between a 1 and an 11, that soul funk or soul flow, when you only know how to do one-on-one, it gets you into the soul funk pretty quickly. When you think of the financial freedom goal that you have, the annual income goal. So the vision board challenge is there. We do this process vibrationally first, and then we do it in the visible world. So I teach you on my masterclass. It's called the Spiritual Biz YouTubers Masterclass. And that's the Spiritual Biz YouTubers from scratch. If you haven't got a YouTube channel and you're not on video, and even if you're on like Facebook Lives or you're on another platform live and you're doing video, if you're not actually utilizing YouTube and tapping into the audience that are already searching for your soul work, and like knowing what their language are, you're missing out on finding your purpose in a really easy way, because people are typing in the second largest search engine on the it's the second largest search engine owned by the first largest search engine. People are searching for. Finding your purpose becomes much easier when you know what people are searching for and how you can meet that need. It's just a really and I talk about it all in the book. So the vision board challenge, you visualize how you want to contribute in the world, but you also visualize the other 7 freedoms, where that's health. As you're contributing in the world, your health, your emotions, your environment, your relationships, your spirituality, and your finances. There's no like leaving of intentional living in alignment with the value of freedom, the vision of freedom, and the vibration of freedom. Doesn't mean to say all of the other areas get left out. That is why I do this podcast, to remind me. This is to hold me accountable and know what's going on. What have I been doing this week from last Monday to this Monday? How have I contributed? What am I doing to move my business forward? And I've been scheduling out this YouTube podcast, and it is December right now. It's December 28th, I think. 2023, I can't see, 2023, and I've scheduled it out to the end of March 2024, right? Because now I just have to press play and speak into the camera, into my iPhone, no matter where I am in the world, as long as there's an internet connection. That's my contribution. I wanted to find my purpose, but I didn't want to be tangled up with all of the techie stuff, all of the this, all of the that. And again, my contribution, my vision was to have freedom and to travel while I teach. So I'm like, set my business up. So this contribution is on my YouTube channel. It is going to be stripped out into a podcast. It is in my Soul Legacy Academy .com online, my Soul Legacy Academy online teaching portal. It is on Facebook. It is on Twitter. I will repurpose it and put it on LinkedIn. Wherever you're watching or listening to this is being repurposed, but I've set it up. I've scheduled it out because I know that it goes with the journaling of the book. It's the Soul Guided Influencers Compass to leveraging your light work and lifestyle on YouTube, and I'm doing that. And I teach my students to do that, to show up, speak out, and serve deep every day, by facing the camera and looking into your own eyes and knowing you are being the best version of you every single day. You are showing up for you first. You are showing up for your students. Many of the coaches that are contributing in the world are not showing up for their students. They're not even showing up for themselves. And they're like, pay me 50 grand. That is not how I want to contribute in the world. So the vision is really important for you to be clear on what your vision is, clear on what your values for freedom is, and then we can raise your vibration together, right? This is what we're doing. We journal this out. If you've got any aha moments or what have you, journal them out. That's me drinking my water, and I'm just about done. And so the next segment of the 7 Freedoms Frequency podcast, I'm talking about spiritual business success. And I really want to hone this in because it's been very evident of late of how we want to launch our day, lead our day, and leave our day, right? And so with the vision board, yes, we've got this big vision now. So how do we reverse engineer that vision? We put it, all of the things on our calendar. All of the things, how we launch our day, lead our day, and leave our day is our soul legacy. As the founder of the Soul Legacy Academy and the creator of the Soul Legacy Journal, this is my journaling practice. The Soul Legacy Journal is a notebook. It's called 365 Days of Your Spiritual Awakening Story, a co-created soul path to spiritual alchemy for light workers. So this is us rating our vibrational frequency between a 1 and 11 every single day. This is us doing our vision, right? Setting our vision, values, vibration, and our vision for freedom, right? Freedom, love, joy, empowerment, right? And so when we're journaling, we want to say, okay, how do I want to launch my day? How have I been launching my day? How have I been leading my day? And how I've been leaving my day, sorry. So it's like morning routines, daily routines, and nighttime routines. So really, oh, do you know what? That is not cool. And I would expose what you've just done on the camera, but my YouTube podcast is amazing. And that contribution right there is not cool. Do you know what? Like some people, I don't know whether it's robots or whether it's actual people that take their time to contribute in a ridiculous way. And spam is ridiculous. Your mother did not give birth to you to do that in the world. Stop. Right. So the Soul Legacy Journal, when we think of freedom and love and joy and empowerment, spread that, dude, spread that. In the world, we want to write that down and we want to put it on our calendar. And this is what I call the intentional living codes. I set my Google Calendar, which I will be doing for the rest of the year, for 2024, which I've just scheduled this out as part of me launching my day, leading my day, and leaving my day. It's like, well, how do I want to contribute? So I've got the first Monday of the month when I have a 2-hour monthly coaching call to follow up from the vision board and this daily journaling podcast. I have a networking call, which is a YouTubers from scratch. YouTube podcasting partnerships for spiritual entrepreneurs with a movement. I've got first Monday of the month is October through to April, my challenges for in the book. So in this book, YouTubers from Scratch, I've got a 5-day challenge, right? It's a companion journal, a companion challenge, a self-study course. Because it's a self-study course, and it's for my readers, what I have done is put a space in there where you can upgrade. It's $111 for each week. But if you come to the masterclass, I will gift you it. For only if you're live on my masterclass for the Bank 50K 50 Days Challenge. And we do October through to April, the first Monday to Friday of the month at 7:30 p.m. UK time. So I'll say that again. October through to April. It's December now, so we've got till April. And the first Monday to Friday of the month at 7:30 p.m. UK time, I go live for an hour to help you with the implementation of the book, the 5-day course. If you are in my bootcamp, which is another passive income stream for me, as in when I was finding my life purpose, I was like, I want to take my purpose out of me and give it to as many people as I possibly can. And that's what I've done in my bootcamp for the Soul Legacy Launch Blueprint. So that Q&A acts as a Q&A for readers, a Q&A for 5-day challenges, and a Q&A for boot campers, and also a Q&A for masterminders. It's just amazing. And guess what? My contribution and me finding my purpose, what was on my vision board and how I launch, lead, and leave my day is it's already scheduled out for 7 years. Like you can go into the book or into that my online teaching portal and click on that and schedule it in. And I can be here with you or on the replay, or I could just be on the replay and on the beach or on an airplane or doing a retreat, and you can go and schedule like now directed from this video. Click on the links below. Do you get what I mean? Like look in the description or the show notes, and that's all there. It's all set. It's so beautiful. It's lovely. It's just how I launch my day, lead my day, and leave my day. It was freedom. And so it gives me time to put other things, more relationship stuff in my day and in my week and in my month and my year. And right now I'm visualizing going to Hawaii for a month in July and August, right? And then going away for next Christmas. And I'm like, wow. And just being able to plan and knowing in that month, I've got 12 days, I wrote them down, of serving, but I can actually offload some of that to team if I want to. It's just amazing. So how my day looks and feels for 2024, I'm not even in 2024 and I know what it looks like and I know the feeling of it. And that's how I contribute. That's me finding my purpose. And my purpose is to support you in having that, manifesting that life work balance and having that freedom as you serve in the world. Like, I don't teach you your gifts, you know your gifts, but I can help you with a framework to birth your gifts out in the world and to align your movement, your message, and your money. So how do you want to launch your day, lead your day, and leave your day in terms of your purpose? And if you want some more help and support on that, again, come to the masterclass and I'll let you know. For those who are on the live masterclass, I will gift the 7 Freedoms Frequency Calling Gym when you invest in the bootcamp or the mastermind, right? All of my students, I want to have this. I know that it's gold. It's lit. It's a group coaching call. It's 2 hours in a month. I have like my spiritual waking and a YouTube summit. I have a retreats planned. I have not all the finer details with the retreats and stuff. The co-author book, how I contribute is like, and the weekly videos, my book launch videos, that will be coming, right? Every week. Not sure which day. I don't know. I don't think it will be a Monday. I'm like, I'll do it on a Monday. Maybe I did put it for a Monday. Maybe. I don't know. I think I put it for weekly Mondays because it's contribution freedom, but it might be like, and the masterclass, the Bank 50K in 50 days. So we do this. We're going to do the Bank 50K in 50 days challenge. So I talked about how you feel. I talked about rating your vibration. And then this journal is a magical, amazing journal. And I support you in manifesting, right? That life work balance and contributing and your financial freedom goals, right? And being in alignment and releasing those and letting go of those money blocks. So in order to do that, what I say is I give you on the vision board challenge a vibrational money voucher. It's in the Facebook group again for the spiritual business vision board and Bank 50K in 50 days challenge. You think I can't bank 50K in 50 days? You can, because it's vibrationally. So this journal gives you £1,000, dollars, or euros every single day. And so it's the Soul Legacy journal. So it's like the Soul Legacy launch blueprint. You're launching the rockets of desire vibrationally. So you spend this vibrational money voucher in whatever currency you are in, is in your country, in the world, dollars, pounds, euros, what have you. And you spend it. So what would you spend it on? If I gave you £1,000, dollars, or euros in vibrational money, what would you spend it on? If you've done the vision board challenge, I challenge you to do this with me for at least 50 days to be in vibrational alignment, because the vision board challenge is annually. So whenever you want to do it, come back and journal with me and visualize how you want to launch your day, lead your day, and leave your day, what that looks like in terms of your spiritual business and finding your purpose and leaning into your purpose, right? And putting your purpose on your vision board, on your calendar, how you launch your day, lead your day, and leave your day. And so we do that and we spend the vibrational money voucher on those experiences, right? And we have rules. We tie 10%. So to a worthy cause. My worthy cause is Compassionate Friends. That's another contribution. It's a charity. It's for bereaved parents, because I am one. I dedicate my work to my son and my daughter and my granddaughter. And we come from the energetic space of freedom. So that means all of your bills are paid, all of your taxes are paid, all of your savings are done. Come from that energetic space of being playful and spending that vibrational money voucher. And what would you spend it on? Write it down, journal, screenshot it, share it in the group. I would love to see that. I'd love to see your vision boards in the group, and I would love to see you being in vibrational alignment. I would love to see you bodying up in the group. There's chats. There's a chat thread for each of the days for contribution freedom, health freedom, emotional freedom, environmental freedom, relationship freedom, spiritual freedom, and financial freedom. So whatever day you are watching and listening to this, post in the chat and say, I'd like to buddy up with the vision board, because there's many of you who've not done your vision board yet, but you've come in. We've got like 250 members in there or something now. like, do your vision boards. Like, there's only a handful of you who are following through with your vision boards. And the first time that I did this online in this way, I had one of my students who, with her family, with her husband, her children, collapsed their yearly goals into like 6 months, both of them. And they were manifesting so many beautiful things because they were in vibrational alignment with it. When you're not in vibrational alignment with it, things look like chaos. So spend your vibrational money voucher, and then in the show notes in the description, you'll see my Bank 50K in 50 Days Challenge again. The Spiritual Biz YouTubers Masterclass, and I will share with you how to speak to, serve, and sign up your high-paying one-to-many soul clients online using YouTube, a successful online spiritual business launch with a #1 best-selling book, because you want to position and get your gifts out there and serve more people with passive and leveraged income streams, right? So I'll share with you how to do that. The next segment of the 7 Fragrance Frequency podcast is, what do you need to now do? So you've seen it, right? You've rated your vibration, you've seen your vision. You're like, yeah, that's how I want to launch my day. Absolutely, that's what I want to do. What do you need to do now, apart from signing up for the masterclass and getting the book and going for the 5-day challenge? Because all of my students will start there anyway. But what else do you need to do in terms of your life, like letting stuff go, letting stuff in? I knew that I needed to schedule out, and I've done all of the pinned comments. So in the pinned comments on the YouTube video, I've done all of those in this playlist, and I've added everything to the playlist. I've added everything to the Soul Legacy Academy. I knew I needed to do that. I've got a couple of more bits to do, and I was doing my events and stuff. That was one thing that I wanted to clear for like 3 months. I sat down for like 2 days. It will be like 3 days or some of 3 days to get that done. By the time I finished and doing the pinned comments, done the descriptions, done the tags, done everything, and done all of the events. And I'm like, that's 3 months, 3 days, like a day for a month, every month. Like, that for me is working smarter than rather than harder, and trying to do everything every single day. I noticed when I was, hey, welcome. Let me know where you're watching from in the world. What I noticed was, when I've been doing these lives, and I've been doing them for a really long time now, and I started on Facebook Live, and I did almost 200 days, and then Facebook went wonky and did that whole outage thing, and I was like, I need another platform. So that's when I came onto YouTube. But I've gone in and I've gone out. I've gone through my spiritual awakening. I've contributed as I've found my purpose. But I wanted to schedule out this time, because I knew the thing was, every day or every few days I was doing the thumbnails, and I was doing the description, and I was doing the and I was piecing it together, and it didn't feel as smooth as it could. And now I'm like, I just have to click into StreamYard and press go, right? And it's all done. And I'm like, yes. The only place I need to share it out is in the Telegram group and in LinkedIn, right? And I'm like, that feels good. That feels really good. So when I'm done, and I should share it out before, I'm going to get into the habit. I'm going to share it out beforehand. Then that's done. So it's shared out into the Telegram group. As the Telegram group grows, and it shares out on LinkedIn. Duh. Yes. All right. So we launch our day, lead our day, and leave our day. And what do we need to do or let go of? The 1 to 3 things that you can say, yes, I'm going to put on my calendar. I'm going to get that done, because this is going to support me in my contribution for a day between now and next week. All right. So done the card, talked about the book, done the Bank 50K. We're going to express gratitude. And then I'm going to let you get on your merry way. Right. I am looking for my gratitude stone, which is here. Almost at an hour, so we're going to do this. So this is my gratitude stone my daughter gave me when she was little. All of me and my 2 children used to say gratitude on the stone, and I've done it with my partners as well, and it just has a lot of love. So the way that we do gratitude and express gratitude in the 7 Freedoms Frequency podcast, and I really do believe this contributes into finding our purpose as well, is because when we're grateful for what we have in our lives, and we can see what we have in our lives, we can see the pathway too. Or when we want to manifest more, we've got to be at that vibrational frequency of being grateful anyway. So I say I'm happy and I'm grateful and I appreciate it. That's how I do it for the 7 Freedoms Frequency podcast way and the Soul Guided Influencers way. We might say that we are happy and grateful and appreciate something from the past, something from the present, or something from the predicted future, which is on our vision board, right? So this is how I do it. So I bring in all of the 7 freedoms frequency for living an intentional life. So that is contribution. So I'm happy and grateful and appreciate the level of contribution that I'm able to make to my co-authors. That's big. Happy and grateful and appreciate health freedom, that I'm fasting and I'm eating in a short window and it feels amazing. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate emotionally that I can be aware of my emotions and other people's emotions and not take on other people's emotions, just hold my own in my body. I'm happy and grateful and yes, I'm happy and grateful and appreciate the environment for StreamYard and being able to stream out onto, and I close my eyes because I'm feeling it for me. Happy and grateful and appreciate StreamYard to be able to stream out and all of the socials to be able to get my message out there and for you guys to see it and love it. Thank you. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate the relationships that I'm building and rebuilding. The relationship I have with my husband is absolutely amazing and out of this world. He's amazing. He's just my love. Happy and grateful and appreciate spiritual freedom, just the fact that our souls connect in divine time and we're just like, I'm happy and grateful for the financial freedom, for the money that came into my inbox this morning. I looked and I was like, it's there. That's it. So I'm happy and I'm grateful. I appreciate it. So come to the Spiritual Biz YouTubers Masterclass. When you come, I will share with you again how to speak to, serve, and sign up your high paying soul clients. There are bonus gifts. We've got the Bank 50K in 50 days challenge homework, where there's a video after that where you do your own maths of how you want to contribute and you're finding your purpose. I've got a cheat sheet, which is my own six-step system for the Soul Legacy Launch Blueprint. See what you've got and see what you've got missing, so then we can move forward. See what I've got my 3 steps, your YouTube Soul Tribe Income Attraction Model. I'll share with you a statement of how you serve. And I say, I feel blessed to teach. I feel blessed to teach spiritual biz YouTubers how to, do you know what? I do it now. How to build their online business with video. I've done it now. We align their movement and their message with ease, grace, and flow. And that's not the one, but it kind of goes like that. So, yeah. Anyway, it completely went out of my head. But yeah, we do a little statement, which I will do on my weekly videos. Like I don't do it on here, but yeah. Do a little statements like who it is that you serve and what it is that you do and how it is that you do it, basically. We've got the free chapter group coaching VIP day. You need to have downloaded a free chapter of my book or bought the book, right, to get on that. And that is to see if my mastermind is in alignment with you, or the bootcamp, but mostly the mastermind. I'm going to take between 9 and 15 tops into between 9, like aim is 9, right? 9 to 15. No, I'd say 15. Masterminders in a month to birth their book, because part of my contribution and me finding my purpose was knowing that the self-publishing industry is a bit wonky. And so the Soul Legacy TV Press, Public and Publish YouTube promotions agency, is a thing, because I publish my own book through it, and I will publish my my students through it, and I'm super excited about that. So the masterclass is to see if that is in alignment. So again, the book, I invite you to purchase the book, Spiritual YouTubers from Scratch, a Soul Guided Influencer's Compass to leverage your light work and lifestyle on YouTube. It's amazing. $5.55 for the Kindle, free for the Kindle Unlimited, and $15.55 for the paperback. I think that's a steal. This is as little as I could do it. And then, so no book royalties for me. And you get the 5-day, the $55 5-day course for the 5-day fast track movement marketing model. Co-authors, I'm seeking co-authors who want to share their spiritual awakening story and become a #1 best-selling author with me. I will teach you how to launch and lead your own soul legacy and build your author and authority platform in the bootcamp, 12 weeks. We've got bonus gifts for that. And then the mastermind is the 12 walking your talk, first of all, but the 12-week best-selling book birthing boot camp as well. So I'm excited about that. And that's $5,555 for a year. It's 444 for 20 monthly payments for 2 years, or for 333 for 30 payments for 3 years, because it takes time, right? And you go as fast or as slow as you want to, and you have the affordable option. So that is what I wanted to do. That is it for me today. I am going to record another episode because I've got others to do. And I will see you for Health Freedom Tuesday. Thank you for joining me. Again, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't. Please do share this out if you found it of value watching on the replay. Comment, let me know that you found it of value. Again, do the vision board challenge. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. What else? Dun, dun, dun. Share your gifts and shine your light, because you were born to serve. Here's to showing up, speaking out, and serving deep. Be blessed in your soul purpose. Big love. Take care.